Alright, welcome back to SouFLoTV again, everybody. It is your host with the most. If you've never been here before, I saw. If you've never been here before, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell next to the subscribe button so you're notified every time a new video goes up on SouFLoTV. This story right here, man, listen, we've done a couple of stories on this channel where we talk about these older men who genuinely believe that these young girls actually want you for life, for love, for genuine friendship. And it's always a scam behind it. Anyways, a green card is worth a whole lot to some people. Then we kill for it. Then we kill you for a green card. A Jamaican woman has been sentenced to 15 years in prison for using a razor to slash her American husband's wrist in an attempt to kill him after an attorney warned them that they would have a hard time getting her a green card.
My SouFLoTV audience, it's time to do another commercial again. This one is for my New York City people. And I'm talking about all 5 boroughs. Brooklyn, Bronx, Queens, Manhattan, Long and Staten Island. I'm talking to you. Are you tired of your floors, your wooden floors looking all torn up, looking all dull and faded? Do you want that glamorous shine? Well, you need to call Mr. G. Now, Mr. G is located in Queens, New York. So if you're in Queens, New York, you're closer to him. But Mr. G also said that no job is too near or too far. No job is too big or too small. Okay, so he can handle the distance. He will travel to you. Garfield Scarlett is the CEO of this company, and his cell phone number and his office number are listed right here. This brother has over 15 years in experience in installation, in sanding, in staining, in ratcheting, in finishing. He does it all when it comes to your floors. And get this, he has a free estimates available. So call Mr. G right now and get your floors right now, and tell him SouFLoTV sent you. Back to our scheduled program.
They went to see the attorney, and the attorney said, listen, let's conduct a mock interview. And after the mock interview was done, the attorney said, listen, you guys are going to have a hard time getting her a green card. It's not going to work. Or more than likely, it's not going to work. It's going to be a very difficult uphill battle. Well, Shorty lost all hope because her intentions in this marriage was about a green card. It wasn't about love. Olivia Ramo is her name. 30 years old, of Jamaica. Yes, Jamaica. She was sentenced to 15 years in prison on Thursday after accepting a plea agreement for the attempted murder of her husband, Richard Ramo, who is 74 years old. Listen up. I don't know what a 74-year-old man thinks he has in common with a 30-year-old. It's not gonna work. Half of what he got that used to work stopped working. They got married in 2017. Her whole intentions of being in this relationship, as it's been revealed, was to get residence status, permanent resident status. That's a green card. She will also have to serve an additional 5 years in post-release supervision. Olivia slit Richard's wrist with a straight razor in the bathroom of their home in New Rochelle, New York. She did this in January of 2020, but the case just finalized in court today. After wedging him, the girl is wicked. Listen, so you know somebody is old, you get frail, right? You're not as strong as you used to be. That is the reason why a lot of these elderly people, a lot of them get abused, especially in some of these dirty nursing homes. Listen, okay, so she wedged him between the toilet seat and the wall. This is what I'm reading from the Westchester County District Attorney's office. She wedged him between the toilet seat and the wall. I don't know how that looks. And then she slit his wrist. So I guess she was planning on saying that he committed suicide. Then she would have been crying on camera. Oh, he's aging and he has some health issues, and my husband's been down and depressed lately. I'm willing to bet money that there was also life insurance there on paperwork, and she was about to be the beneficiary of it. See, when his home health aide arrived to the residence, Olivia refused to let the home health aide in. The home health aide was banging the door. She hears her patient, who she visits on a regular basis, she hears him screaming inside, and Olivia is refusing to let her in. She ends up calling the police. The health aide, who did not recognize Olivia, called the police. Now, this is wife, right? And they've been married since 2017, right? And the home health aide did not recognize wifey when she saw her through the door, through the window. The police entered the home, and after arriving, they heard the victim, who was still in the bathroom screaming, so they went straight to him. He was transported medical emergency to Jacobi Hospital in the Bronx and was bleeding profusely from his wrist, where she had slashed it, trying to make it look like a suicide. Richard underwent 2 surgeries to reattach the tendons in his arms, and he lost all function in his hand on that arm. So up to now, he still has not been able to wiggle your fingers, move a finger. She severed this man's tendons trying to make it look like a suicide. Now he's elderly and he needed help before. That is why he had a home health care attendant. And now he has no use of one of his hands. Olivia, who is not a citizen of the United States, that was her intention through the marriage, to get permanent residency, green card, and then citizenship. If she doesn't even have a green card, that simply means that she is just here. She is on a visitor's visa then. She was arrested on February 11th of 2020 following a police investigation, and it was later discovered that she attempted to kill her husband after they were told by an attorney that they're going to have a hard time passing the immigration test, passing their marriage off as a legit marriage, and getting her green card. She flipped out. Once the lawyer said what he said, she flipped out. She lost it. She was like, damn, I'm married to a 70-year-old man and I'm only in my 20s. Because she's 30 now. This was 2017. So she must have been like 26, 27 back then. And he was 70, right? Or 67, 68, 69, something. But anyways, he is significantly older than she is. And now she's thinking, damn, I did all this with this old ass man and I'm still not going to get my shit. I hate this. Okay, I got to devise a plan because I still want to stay here in the U.S. I still want to get my green card. And I still want to, live the life I planned to live in the U.S. And she started to devise plans. Okay, she would make him look like he committed suicide. And then she would collect some life insurance money. And she would ride off into the sunset with somebody better suited for herself. Wickedness. This is a message. Because believe it or not, there's a pretty sizable group of people who are up in age who do go back to the Caribbean flaunting their money or whatever little money they have because of the dollar difference, especially in Jamaica. Let's just be specific. Enough of them come Jamaica, come do it. A lot of them come to Jamaica flaunting their little wealth that people think is wealth, not knowing that they're really broke foreigners in real life, but they find that out when they come here. Some people think they're going to a house and they end up in an apartment or in a apartment complex that has hundreds of people living around them. But long story short, This is a lesson to the people because women do it too. So the women and the men who keep on doing this, grabbing up these people, even though he did not travel to Jamaica to meet her, they met in the US. So she must have been here either illegally, came on a visitor's visa, overextended her stay, didn't go back, or she was here on a work permit or something. But you have to have some kind of a way to come into the US. Either way, she was here. She met a man extremely older who agreed to get married to her because she had been romancing him into a relationship. This is taking advantage of the elderly also, right? Because at this type of age, man, your children are grown and gone. Some are probably passed away even. And you're here and you're lonely and you have somebody that's going to lay with you, talk to you, and be there for you. It's kind of tempting. It's kind of like the same reason why scammers are mostly elderly people who live alone. Now, in order to apply for U.S. citizenship through a spouse, applicants have to be living lawfully in the U.S. for 3 years at a minimum. In addition, applicants must be good moral character and have a basic understanding of English and how the American government works. Receiving citizenship in the U.S. is a several step process and it takes years to complete that. And it includes all the things like biometrics, the photo identification, interview after interview. Then when you finally get there, you get to raise your right hand and you get to take the oath, pledging allegiance to the flag. She wanted that life. She wanted it bad. It just wasn't for her, or so she thought, because of what the attorney said. You guys are going to have a hard time passing your marriage off as legit to the immigration officers. This might present difficulties in us being able to get you a green card. And she lost it. Damn. And the man almost lost his arm. Thank God he's alive. And I hope he learns from this. Hit that subscribe button. And I'll catch you on the next video. It's SouFLoTV. I'm out. Peace.